Build antennas or buy antennas? Wow, it seems to be a pretty hot topic right now on my channel. I'll give you my thoughts on both sides of that equation. Stick around. Hey guys, if you're a subscriber to my channel, you know one of my favorite things in ham radio is antennas. Both building and buying, I should say, or experimenting with a commercially built antenna. I enjoy both of them, and I do both of them here on the channel. I get a lot of replies and a lot of comments, a lot of everything when it comes to building or buying an antenna for ham radio. I want to give the thought for both of them. I really enjoy building antennas. Heck, I got a book out on building antennas, and it's pretty popular, and people love to build antennas. I try to encourage that. I really do. But there's nothing wrong with purchasing an antenna as well. Seems like on my channel, I get a lot of feedback when I use a commercially bought antenna. People lose their mind sometimes, and I get these comments like, hey, can we can $360 for a monobander? Can we get back to building things? And wow, and it goes on and on and on with stuff like that. It's I also, the builders, they'll go, neat, but I have a 3-element beam for 10 meters I made out of fiberglass poles for a third of the cost. That's great, man, and that's cool. I encourage that, but you got to realize that there are people out there that maybe either don't want to build or can't. Let's just be honest with you, they can't get out and do it. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, I've built some amazing antennas on this. Recently, I built a bobtail curtain, basically a 3-element wire antenna. It cost nearly nothing other than the price I paid for the for poles. But I built that on the beach, and it was a great DX antenna. A lot of fun, just amazing. Did well. In this same time frame here lately, I've also used the commercial Mamo beam Moxon antenna, as well as just recently a hex beam, a single band hex beam, and had just blown away by both of those. And what I try to do, and what I encourage you, if you're going to purchase an antenna like that, play around with the researching it, understand what a hex beam is, what it's doing, understand the front part of a hex beam is the driven element, and it comes around with a director behind it. Look into those things when you're going to do it, and learn about antennas. To me, the antenna part of the equation now, especially in this day and age, it's what it's all about. I get people that I'll build and do things, and that someone will come in and go, you should buy this antenna, and you look at the price on it. So I investigate, maybe purchase that antenna, go out and operate with it, and then you get the other guys that are saying that thing is, you're throwing your money away. The same thing with Chinese versus U.S. or whatever. I use different ones. I personally want to experiment with every antenna I can get my hands on. I love learning about antennas. Even when I get an antenna that's a purchased antenna, I'll measure it out and then model it in modeling software just to see what I'm doing and learn from it. So there's nothing wrong with either side of the equation with that. And I encourage you to get off of the one antenna mindset. You get so many people that are just hell-bent on I use an end-fed half-wave because it's resonant on all these bands, and I don't need a tuner. Well, guess what? The 49-to-1 at the bottom of that is a matching unit. So, yeah, call it what you will. That's great. That's an excellent antenna. As a matter of fact, I encourage the use of an end-fed half-wave for newbies because of that very fact. It's a forgiving antenna, and you can make some great contacts with it. But some people just want to get down the rabbit hole of one antenna. This hex beam that I just put up, I got this comment here was saying that what's the point? Hex is a multi-band antenna, not a single bander. A dipole would be lighter, easier to set up, and fit in a bag. The hex beam I used was a single band hex beam for one, and two, I don't think I've put dipoles up in the backyards, and I've been played with dipoles forever. Had one up in Poland, and in an hour's time, I never worked 5 continents with a dipole. I just did it with that hex beam. So I'm learning, and I learned a lot from, experimenting with that hex beam, and it was just absolutely an excellent antenna to play with. So, you know, kind of lose the mindset of when you get on the joke is, one woman mini antennas. If you've heard that, there's some truth to that. It's like kind of neat. I think that if we all kind of, when you're commenting or seeing it, it's like, yeah, I know what your mindset is or what you use, your go-to or whatever. That's great. But remember, I'm a YouTuber, and I've got 349 videos, and I don't think 349 videos of a dipole would, be very interesting to watch. As a matter of fact, if you think that it would be, then, go for it, man. See if you can put that channel out, the dipole channel or whatever. But I really love, researching, learning, and my part of the ham radio hobby is building antennas. So I encourage you, if you're a new ham, build an antenna, buy an antenna, play with many different antennas. Don't get stuck in the rut of the single antenna, because you really learn more about not just the antenna, science itself, but you get a little bit. I think I've got a lot more knowledge of propagation from, using different antennas in different situations at different times in different locations. You learn a lot from that, especially if you're a portable operator. And like me, I'm an HF guy, and I'm a DXer. I like to say that I'm not much of I don't go out and operate parks on the air, with nothing wrong with that, but I like to chase and hunt DX because I live by salt water, and it's an excellent place to do it. So, get out there and try that. I mean, some people would disagree with me. Some people even say watching Walt make contacts is really a waste of time. It proves nothing except that band propagation was good and not much more. Anything works sometimes. Data, please. Here's the data. The data is that playing with different antennas over time. Yeah, propagation sometimes is good, sometimes is bad or whatever. But you learn more by doing than you do by reading a book or, even I'm preaching modeling by doing any of that. Build the antenna, get out there and experiment with it. And that's really the way to learn. So the premise of this video was to say that kind of shut that argument down. You should build, you should buy or whatever. Do both. Do it all. Experiment with what you have or what you're going to get, and have some fun with it. I get beat up all the time for using the commercial antennas on my channel. Look, guys, what I typically do is I see an antenna I want, and I every month when I get my earnings for my, YouTube, I am monetized. I take that and reinvest it by buying these antennas and trying them. Yeah, I'm a hoarder. I've got a collection of antennas. I just bought an Alex beam, and I bought it used on eBay. So I won't be like promoting, this isn't a promotion from the builder. Sometimes I'll buy an antenna or something, a choke or a part or something. And as soon as I put it in, I'll get back a message from the company or the person saying, hey, Walt, we're refunding your money and sending it anyway. If you're going to do a video, we are excited that you're going to test our product. So yeah, that does happen sometimes, but I get all the time asked to review stuff, and I hope you understand on this channel I don't do that. I like to just I'll turn stuff down left and right. For one, I don't want anyone telling me they want to look at my video before I put it out there. That's not going to happen. The other one is when they tell me they're going to give me free stuff. No, nothing's free. My time is not free. I work hard, study, investigate, and do it before I put it out there and expect people to see what I'm doing. So I'm not pumping a product. If you think that's the case, then just don't watch that video and don't buy that product. If you don't want to see me doing a commercially built antenna, you don't have to watch that video. But just be honest. Like I said a minute ago, no one wants to watch 350 dipole antenna videos. So anyway, that's my somewhat rant, but also my thoughts on building or buying antennas. Do it all, man. Get out there and experiment. Put your antennas together. No matter how you come across it, put Put anything up. Get up there, put a wire in the air, and start making some contacts and have some fun with ham radio. Hey, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, please consider hitting the hype button, the new feature on YouTube there. Kind of keeps me rolling through the algorithm and keeps the channel going. Till next time, I'm Salty Walt, K4OGO. Stay salty, my friends. 73.